first ever NBA championship. And in a time where you're with your city and you're celebrating, you're living your best life, and you're, getting your beak wet, and you're just, enjoying this joyous moment for a franchise that in nearly 50 years has never gotten to experience this. And instead of taking that in and focusing on just the accomplishment and what you have at your fingertips at this moment, you were more busy and worried and concerned about what the Lakers are doing and talking about the Lakers and bringing up the Lakers. This makes no sense to me. What's funny is I said that this would happen before it happened, just based on Mike Malone and the Denver Nuggets track record. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Malone wins an NBA championship, and when all is said and done, he brings up the Lakers several times. In the Pat McAfee show, he sat there and did a whole thing and made fun and took jabs at LeBron James and all that stuff. Look, they won. Talk your talk, right? Say what you gotta say. You have that right? But there's a little thing called, humility, just professionalism, taking it in. Like, you just seem so fixated on the Los Angeles Lakers, when for the Lakers, it meant nothing. The Lakers didn't do this to you 3 years ago when we beat you and won the NBA championship, right? Like, you didn't hear Frank Vogel during the entire span sit there and talk and make fun of the Denver Nuggets and the head coach and their star player and all that stuff. Like, none of that happened. When Denver got swept by the Golden State Warriors or lost in 5, whatever it was Golden State Warriors making fun of the Denver Nuggets the entire time? No. Over the course of the last 47 years, when the Lakers have just totally dominated this, rivalry, it's not even a rivalry. A rivalry means both sides have to engage. This has been a slaughter. And you win for the first time ever in your franchise history, and all you can do is talk about the Lakers and what they got going on, and poking fun of them, and talking about how, today you became the Lakers' daddy. Like, what? Like, so what were you 3 years ago when the Lakers smacked you and sent you home packing? Like, what have the Lakers been for the last 47 years before you won this? Like, so if you're their daddy now after one win, again, a little humbleness. Now, personally, I can't wait for next season. I hope the Lakers sweep them. I hope the Lakers smack them. All the talking, and it's not even just about the Lakers, like the talking that they're doing in general is like ridiculous. Like, everybody always says, we'll be right back here next year, and you're hyping up the crowd and all that stuff. I go ahead, talk your talk, right? Like, same thing. Look, Mike Malone wants to talk about how, he's, LeBron James's cousin's, nephew's, uncle's dad, whatever. He wants to go over here and, have the owner of the Nuggets talk about the Lakers and all this stuff. And sure, it's a little weird, right? Like, the Lakers are living rent-free in Denver's head. Like, they are. Like, what other reason is there other than you're constantly talking about them? Every opportunity you're in front of a microphone, you mention the Lakers. Like, it's like a crazy obsession. It's just, it makes no sense. But go ahead, talk your talk, right? You're the champions. You have that right. Nobody can take that from you. This is the first ever championship in the franchise history. But there have been other organizations that have done this and didn't talk like, when Toronto won, they had the typical, like, rah-rah type conversations, like, hey, this, that, and the other, we're going to win it again, this is only the beginning, blah, 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 right? Okay, cool, talk. But it's just so targeted in one team. Like, did Mike Malone shoot his shot at Jeannie and she just, like, shot him down or something? Like, did he want to go and be, like, a Lakers assistant or something and just decided, like, no? Look, I know Mike Malone has a history because of his dad and stuff like that with, like, the Lakers and stuff, but it's just like, it's crazy. I've never seen something like this. I've never seen somebody that you beat months ago, you continuously bring up and mention like a scorn ex-girlfriend or, or scorn ex period, right? It's so funny. It's like, what did the Lakers do? Did the Lakers players like sleep with all these dudes' girls or what? Like, like what happened? Who hurt you? Like, why are you so hurt that you have to continuously bring up the Lakers over everything? Look, once or twice here and there. Like, look, when Mike Malone and the Denver Nuggets, when they were up, 2-0 or whatever on the Lakers, and he made that point of like, I've never seen, a team up 2-0 and all the conversation is about the team that's losing. Fair point. I never mentioned anything of that. Like, I was like, okay, cool, right? Like, I even, if I'm not mistaken, in a live stream was like, hey, he has that right. Like, he's not wrong, right? Like, and I never had a problem with that, right? Like, because it is true, right? Like, and it's the Lakers. Like, the Lakers are the biggest thing in sports, right? Like, whether you love them or you hate them, you talk about the Lakers. And there's always those two camps, right? You have the camp that's like, I hate the Lakers, so I'm just going to badmouth them and tear them down constantly. And then you have the other camp that's like, I love the Lakers, I'm going to hype them up, and they can do no wrong. It's usually how it goes, right? It's one of the reasons why I wanted to make a Laker channel, right? Because I was like, hey, I'm a diehard Laker fan. I have my ads and sports channel. I don't want to just talk about Lakers stuff, but I love talking about Lakers. I can do it all day. Let me make a Laker channel. I think it'll be successful because people are either going to love the Lakers and want to participate and be a part of it, or they're going to hate the Lakers and they're going to want to participate and be a part of it because they're going to want to talk their talk and talk their mess and all that stuff. And that's exactly what this channel has become. And it's beautiful. And I'm thankful, regardless, love or hate. It's wonderful, right? It's all about the conversation. It's all about the fun. That's what the Lakers are, right? That's what it is for the media. That's what it is for their organizations. They have this prestige. They have this just notoriety. And so I understand the frustrations at times for a team like Denver, especially when it's been so lopsided over the course of X amount of years. And you finally feel like this is our time. This is our moment. We're in a good place. All everyone's doing is talking about the Lakers and stuff. And so I do get the frustrations. But that already came and went. Like, that moment is over. Like, that's it, right? Like, move on. And it's not like the Lakers, it's not like it was an upset. It's not like, Miami beating Boston or Miami beating the Milwaukee Bucks or something like that. You were the 1 seed. You were supposed to beat the Lakers. The Lakers weren't even supposed to be there. A month before you played them, they were the 13th seed in the West. Like, what are you talking? Like, they're acting like they just beat the Warriors with Kevin Durant. Like, oh man, everyone doubted us. Like, most people picked you. Most experts and stuff picked you because you were the 1 seed. People thought the Lakers would give you trouble because the Lakers have always given you trouble. Even in the regular season, they gave you trouble. And they did match up well. And for the most part, they gave the Denver Nuggets the toughest series. Like, every one of those games were close. All of that. But you just continue to talk and break for what? And, during the offseason, like, how many more times are you going to talk about and bring up the Lakers? Like, nobody's talking about the Lakers. But you know what it is? It's because nobody's talking or nobody cares that Denver won the NBA Finals. Like, the ratings were low. So we had an average of 5.7 million views per game in the series, in the season or playoffs. And the finals was like the third lowest rated in the last 10 years or whatever it was. And so nobody watched it because it was boring. It was. Like, Miami was just outmatched. They really were. Like, I wanted Miami. I wanted it to be competitive, but nobody watched that series. Like, after game 1, I was like, this series is boring. This is going to be over quick, right? Denver won. Okay, I'm sorry nobody cares that Denver won the championship. I'm sorry the media is already, there's more conversations about the Lakers and what's going to happen with Bradley Beal or Damian Lillard or Kyrie Irving or this, that, and the other. I get that you're frustrated and you want the focus and conversation to be about you. But guess what? You're not the first team. Like, that's how it is every year. Unless it's the Lakers or the Celtics or whatever. And even in some cases, even when like the Warriors, when they had their dynasty and they're somebody that has notoriety, right? Like, the conversation, it's just how it is. Like, what draws the views? What draws the information? What draws the attention? It's the Lakers. You win a championship. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Celebrate it. Who knows if you'll ever win another one? Right? Like, I mean, there's teams that still have never won an NBA championship. There are teams that have only won one NBA championship. And look, Denver's going to be very good for a long time, but it's not easy to win multiple championships or win back-to-back. And the way that they are talking, they have to win next year. If they lose next year, you want to talk about egg on your face? Like, I mean, oh, man, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry that nobody cares. I'm sorry that you have a parade and the bigger headlines. The parade isn't even trending. The Vegas Golden Knights are going to have a parade soon. I guarantee you that that'll probably be trending, right? Because nobody cares. And Mike Malone is out here, and the owner of Denver Nuggets are drawing up attention by talking about the Lakers. But then in the same breath, they want to sit there and they say, we hate that everyone's always talking about the Lakers and everyone's always got to bring up the Lakers and blah, 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 blah. It's the Lakers. And what are you doing? You were doing the exact same thing. You were trying to get headlines and attention and notoriety by using the Lakers brand. Because you know if you say something like that, people are going to talk about it. People are going to mention it. Creators like myself are going to talk about it and mention it. It's just so silly. It really is. Like, focus on winning. Congratulations, you won. You know, embrace it. Take it in. Why are you so worried about everything? Why are you so worried about another team that doesn't care? You think the Lakers are sitting there going around going, God, we really have to do this. That. Like, no. All you're doing is poking the bear and adding fuel to the fire. So now you probably have the Lakers like, we need to smack these bums. We need to smack these bums. I really hope they play each other in the playoffs again. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for that. You know, the Lakers are going to do what the Lakers are going to do regardless. Like, the Lakers aren't going to make decisions based on the Denver Nuggets. Right? They're going to make decisions on what's available, what's best for the team. How do they feel? Do they feel that they can get back to where they were at? Can they win an NBA championship? Don't let the Lakers win the NBA championship next year. Because Denver, I'm hyped. Hyped for next season. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. So I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What'd you think? What'd you think of what was said? What did you think of what was done? However you feel, let me know. Love to hear it. Peace.